Good morning, students. Today I am going to begin a new chapter from the prose section. The very first chapter of a Hornbill book. The name of the chapter is The Portrait of a Lady, which has been written by an Anglo-Indian writer, Khushwant Singh. Actually, it is an autobiographical account of Khushwant Singh. What is an autobiography? An autobiography is a life story of a person which is written by himself. Actually, it is a tribute of the author to his grandmother. In this chapter is described about his grandmother. As we are observing the title of the chapter, The Portrait of a Lady. The portrait means here picture description in words. Now here the lady refers to the author's grandmother. In the whole chapter we observe the author Khushwant Singh described about his own grandmother. This chapter has been divided into three phases. In the first phase we observe here when the author lived along with his grandmother in his village. And the second phase we are observing that here when the author and his grandmother had to shift it to city. What happened later? It was a turning point of his life. In the third chapter, when the author went to abroad, then what happened there? Now, I'm going to begin a chapter and you to observe the things intently. My grandmother, like everybody's grandmother, was an old woman. Okay, as we know very well that here, whenever the image of anybody's grandmother come in front of anyone, obviously the picture of the image of an old lady comes in front of us. Similarly, my grandmother refers to here Khushwant Singh's grandmother. Like everybody's grandmother, the Khushwant Singh's grandmother was an old woman. In this chapter, we have also to be aware of what? The character sketch of Khushwant Singh's grandmother. We will observe many characteristics, many qualities of a lady that we find in author's grandmother. She had been old and wrinkled for the 20 years that I had known her. She refers to author's grandmother. She was too old and her face was full of wrinkles. Wrinkles कहाँ जाता है झुर्रियों को? And the author had been observing his grandmother for the last 20 years in the same way. I had known her means I for the author and her for author's grandmother. People said that she had once been very young and pretty and had even had husband, but that was hard to believe. The author had been observing his grandmother in the same way since his childhood. He had been observed his grandmother very old. But he usually heard one thing, the people used to say one thing that year. Once time was there, his grandmother was very beautiful, was very pretty, was very young. And the author, this point was very unbelievable for author. That's why it has been called here, it was hard to believe. And this thing is also unbelievable for the author that his grandmother once a time was there very young and pretty and even she had a husband. That point has been said here, hard to believe. Whenever the question comes connected to what was the hard to believe, then you have to say here, once time was there, his grandmother was very young and pretty. That point was very hard to believe for the author. In the next further lines, we would observe here the author's grandfather. My grandfather's portrait hung above the mantelpiece in the drawing room. Mantelpiece. Mantelpiece means shelf above the fireplace. Now, in these lines, the author described about his own grandfather. Actually, grandfather's portrait shows that his grandfather was not alive. He was able to see his own grandfather only in that portrait. His grandfather's portrait was hung above the mantelpiece. Hung. Mantelpiece, I told you, a shelf above the fireplace. कि जो grandfather का जो portrait था वो कहाँ टंगा हुआ था? Mantelpiece के ऊपर, where the place was there, in the drawing room. He wore a big turban. What has been worn by the grandfather? He wore a big turban. एक बड़ी सी पगड़ी वो लगाए हुए थे. And he had worn loose fitting clothes. और loose fitting clothes के कपड़े पहने हुए थे. His long white beard covered the best part of his chest. He had a white beard. उनके जो white beard में से दाढ़ी को कहा जाता है, that it covered the whole part of his chest. And having looked at the portrait of grandfather, everyone would say he looked at least 100 years old. He for your author's grandfather. He looked at least 100 years old. उनको देखने पे ऐसे लगता था जैसे कि वो मतलब 100 साल के रहे होंगे, बहुत ज़्यादा बुजुर्ग रहे होंगे, बहुत ज़्यादा एज पर्सन वो रहे होंगे. He did not look the sort of person who would have a wife or children. Having seen the portrait of a grandfather, no one could imagine that once time would be there, he would have a wife or children. He looked as if he could only have lots and lots of grandchildren. He looked so aged. Having seen him, only one can assumption that here he would have only lots and lots of grandchildren. He would never have wife, he would never have children, he would have only lots and lots of grandchildren would be there. He was looking too old. We can observe the description in a hyperbolic form, in an exaggerated manner. So further I told about the author's grandfather who was not alive. As the matter was connected to my grandmother, as for my grandmother being young and pretty, the thought was almost revolting. Okay, now here the revolting means here the formation of the disgusting. What was the thing of disgusting for the author? Again the same thing that here when the people used to say one thing that here once time was there, the grandmother was very young and pretty, it was very hard to believe, as well as the thought was also very revolting and very disgusting for the author. She often told us of the games she used to play as a child. The author's grandmother often told the author and his brothers and sisters about the games that she used to play in her childhood days. When she used to share this experience in front of us, at the time it was an unbelievable concept for us, and that seemed quite absurd and undignified on her part. Undignified means disgraceful. एब्सर्ड मीन्स रिडिकुलस, बहुत ही हास्यपद हमें लगता था और ये हमें बहुत ही डिस्ग्रेसफुल बात लगती थी. बिकॉज सिंस हिज चाइल्डहुड स्टेज द ऑथर ऑब्जर्व हिज ग्रैंड मदर टू ओल्ड. He could never imagine that one time would be there she was a child. When she used to share her own experience, when she was a child she used to play such type of games. He never believed such type of concept. That seemed very quite absurd और ये चीज़ बड़ी हास्यपद से लगती थी कि वो कभी किसी समय बच्ची भी नहीं होगी और ये उनको उनके पार्ट का सबसे अनडिग्निफाइड पार्ट लगता था. Whenever the question comes that here which part the grandmother was called absurd and undignified, then you have to write that here when she used to share her own experience when she was a child. And we for here the author and sisters and brothers, and we treated it. It means here the experience connected to the author's grandmother childhood concepts, like the fables or the prophets she used to tell. They did not take the concept seriously. When she used to share such type of things, the author and his brothers, then they thought that it was like the stories. Fables means old stories. तो वो उसे ऐसे सुन लिया करते थे जैसे कि वो क्या है, कोई कहानियाँ सुना रही हो, किसी प्रॉफिट्स की, किसी सेंट्स की कहानियाँ सुना रही हो, तो उसको इसी तरह से वो ट्रीट कर लिया करते थे. देन इन सच ए वे दे यूज टू लिसन द स्टोरी कनेक्टेड टू द ऑथर्स grandmother. Okay, now look at the next para. She had always been short and fat. We have to be aware about the character sketch. Whenever the question comes connected to character sketch, we have to describe the physical appearance of the author's grandmother. So first of all, we have to describe that she had always been short and fat and slightly bent. अगर हम ऑथर की ग्रैंडमदर की बात करें तो शी वॉज वेरी शॉर्ट लेडी एंड शी वॉज टू फैट एंड स्लाइटली बैंड, थोड़ी मुड़ी हुई इसकी कमर थी. Her face was a crisscross of wrinkles running from everywhere to everywhere. This thing has been also been described in exaggerated manner. Her face was full of wrinkles. Whenever anybody observes her face, you can see only all over the faces wrinkles and wrinkles and wrinkles. From very point you can see only wrinkles on the face of hers. No, we were certain she had always been as we had. Because that reason was there, that's why they could not believe that once time would be there, she may be pretty. Now we were certain she had always been as we had known her. From his childhood days, he had been observing his grandmother in the same way. She was looking too old. She was looking old, so terribly old, so extremely old. इतनी old that she could not have grown older. कि वो इतनी बुजुर्ग दिखती थी कि इससे बुजुर्ग जैसे वो कभी हो ही नहीं सकती थी. And it has been assumed that she had stayed at the same age for last 20 years. The author had been observing his grandmother from since childhood stage. He had been observed that year. From the last 20 years, he had stayed at the same physical appearance. No change had come on her physical appearance. वो सिर्फ तब से ही इतनी बुजुर्ग, ऐसे उनको देखकर ऐसे लगता था वो इससे ज़्यादा बुजुर्ग हो ही नहीं सकती थी. Then she could never had been pretty. लेकिन जहाँ तक बात है, दैट वॉज वेरी अनबिलीवेबल कंसेप्ट फॉर हर कि नहीं वो कभी प्रिटी नहीं हो सकती थी, ऐसा उनका मानना था. हाँ, इफ द मैटर वॉज कनेक्टेड टू ब्यूटीफुल, यस, बट शी वॉज ऑलवेज ब्यूटीफुल. मीन्स हियर ब्यूटीफुल मीन्स स्पिरिचुअल ब्यूटी डिस्क्राइब दैट हियर, because the spiritual beauty really matters. Her soul was really beautiful. The beautiful of spiritual beauty has been described here. She was always beautiful. She hobbled about the house in spotless white, with one hand resting on her waist to balance a stoop, on the other hand telling the beads of a rosary. She was a very religious lady. She used to wear a white dress, spotless, but was very clean, too clean. Dress she used to wear, white dress she used to wear. It shows that her husband was no more. And hobble means staggering or walk like lame, because she was too old. That's why she used to move like a staggering. लड़खड़ाते हुए वो चलती थी और उसका एक हाथ कहाँ उसकी कमर पर होता था. एंड अदर हैंड वॉज ऑलवेज इन बिजी टू काउंटिंग द बीड्स ऑफ रोजरी. उसके हाथ में तुलसी की माला हुआ करती थी जिसको वो हमेशा काउंट करते हुए नजर आती थी. इट शोज दैट शी वॉज वेरी रिलीजियस लेडी. इट शोज अ स्पिरिचुअल ब्यूटी. हर सिल्वर लॉक्स वर स्कैटर्ड untidy over a pale, puckered face. Puckered means here, we can say here puckered for a wrinkled face. Okay, now we have to go observe the again descriptions of author's grandmother. She had a silver lock. Silver means a grey or white. Locks means here उसके सुनहरे white बाल थे, like a silver that चांदी की तरह चमकते बाल नज़र आ रहे थे. That could be seen scattered, जो फैले हुए नज़र आते थे उसके pale means yellow उस wrinkled face पर. And her lips constantly moved in inaudible prayer. It also shows really she was an epitome of spiritual beauty. She was too religious. You can observe here, the author had been observing since his childhood days, but she always engaged इन एन इनऑडिबल प्रेयर, अपने मन मन में प्रेयर को गाती रहती थी. इनऑडिबल मीन्स हियर दैट कुड नॉट बी लिसन बाय अनदर. It shows her religious nature. That's why it has been said really she was beautiful. Yes, she was beautiful means that here the statement given that here it means that here really she was uh, reference or the stress on spiritual beauty because she was devoted to God. She was like the winter landscape in the mountains, an expanse of pure white serenity, breathing peace and contentment. You must mark these lines. Very important these lines are there. Like what has been used here, whenever the comparisons are there, not direct comparisons are there, when like and as word comes, the device simile is there. Now the comparison between the two things. Okay, whenever we get a chance to go any winter landscape in the mountains, so we can see the mountains covered with the snow. You can see the whole mountain covered with snow. You can see only white and whiteness everywhere. आपको दूर तक सिर्फ white और white नज़र आएगा. Having seen such type of landscape, it would give us a feeling of contentment, feeling of satisfaction. Similarly, having seen the author's grandmother, she used to wear white dress. She always kept her busy in inaudible prayer. She always uh, uh, she always looked very beautiful. That's why comparison is that here the white landscape and mother has been compared and goddess grandmother has been compared in such a way, breathing peace and contentment. Having seen the author's grandmother, the feeling, having seen the author's grandmother, the author felt the feeling of satisfaction having seen the author's grandmother because she was a true picture of God. It is an example of divine beauty. It also shows the spiritual beauty of the author's grandmother. Okay. Again, I'm going to describe the author's grandmother's characteristic. How strong she was, how religious she was, how kind she was, how polite she was. We have to observe in the other phase. One thing I also would observe the difference between the education in rural area as well as the education in urban area. My grandmother and I were good friends. There was a vast gap between the age of the author, grandmother and author, but even then they were still good friends. They were good bonding between the two. My grandmother and I were good friends. My parents left me with her when they went to live in the city, and we were constantly together. Therefore, here the author's parents. The author's grandmother was a really very strong lady. When the author's parents had gone to city, the whole responsibility was on the shoulder of the author's grandmother because she was really very strong lady. Then the whole responsibility was over on her shoulder. Then the whole routine, the author was totally dependent on his grandmother for each and every task. Then they were constantly together. The morning routine began in such a way. The author's grandmother used to wake the author up in the morning and she used to get him ready for school. After then, she said her morning prayer in a monotonous sing song while she bathed and dressed me in the hope that I would listen and get to know it by heart. After then, she used to say morning prayer in a monotonous way. Monotonous means a very boring way. There's a in a same rhythm. There's a no high pitch, no low pitch. The same rhythm. She used to tell a prayer, and here she used to tell the prayers so that the author could learn this prayer by heart. उसे याद कर सके. But the author never bothered to learn that. But he liked the voice of his grandmother. That's why he used to listen that prayer. I listened because I loved her voice, but never cared to learn it. Then she would, later was the routine was there, then she would fetch means bring my wooden slate. उसके बाद वो क्या लेकर आती थी, मेरी wooden slate means तख्ती को कहा जाता है, which she had already washed, जो पहले से मेरे लिए वॉश करके रखती थी. It you are observing that here they were constantly together. The author was totally dependent on his grandmother for each and every task. Then she would fetch my wooden slate which she had already washed, जो पहले से उसको वॉश करके रखती थी. And later plastered with yellow chalk, जिसे वो पहले से पेस्ट करके रखती थी मुल्तानी मिट्टी से. And she used to bring a tiny earthen ink pot, एक मिट्टी से बनी हुई ink pot थी. She used to bring also that and a pan and tie them all the things. इन सब चीज़ों को yellow wooden slate, pan और अदर थिंग्स वर देयर, तो शी यूज टू टाई दम ऑल इन अ बंडल. इन सब चीज़ों को बंडल में बांधती थी. एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स वर हैंडेड ओवर टू द ऑथर. After a breakfast of a thick steel chapati, what were the things that were taken by the author along with the grandmother in the breakfast? तो breakfast में क्या लेते थे? थिक मोटी चपाती होती थी. स्टेल मीन्स नॉट फ्रेश चपाती. उसके ऊपर वो क्या करते थे, थोड़ा सा बटर स्प्रेड करते थे और शुगर को स्प्रेड किया जाता था. और उसके बाद बोथ हैड गॉन टू स्कूल. द ऑथर्स ग्रैंडमदर अकम्पनीड हिम टू स्कूल. And she carried several steel chapatis with her for the village. So it shows that how really she was attached with the animals as well as the birds. It shows a religious nature or a good and polite nature she had. कि जब वो स्कूल जाया करती थी along with the author, at the time she carried several steel chapatis along with her for whom? For the village dogs.